everybody doing? Did you miss me? I know I have been not doing lives for 2 weeks now. I did post a video last week. So if you didn't watch it, I'm gonna suggest you watch it because it was me last year. And seriously, when I got done doing that video, my sister's like, I cannot believe you did that. Yeah, so I'm suggesting you to definitely go back to last week's video and check it. It is a replay, but still. All right, you guys, my name is Lindsay and I am with Perfectly Pastry. Who is Perfectly Pastry? We are a local bakery in St. Louis, Missouri. We do wholesale, we do retail, and then we also share all kinds of information for other bakers on our blog. We have a YouTube channel, we have podcasts. We love helping other bakers, whether you're just learning to bake or if you want to have your own bakery business. Like, we share everything that we have done with you. We figured we've already done all that work, we might as well share it with you too. All right, if you guys are watching me live, use a heart in the comments. Let me know you're watching me live. If you're watching me on replay, use hashtag replay. Let me know you're watching me on replay. And then if you have never watched me before and this is your first time catching me live, use the number 1. Let me know. Girl, this is the first time I caught you live. Thank you, guys. All right, so you would think that I'd have like all of these things that I need to tell you for the day, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a whole lot today, not really. We've been working, obviously, I talked a lot about goals and things like that at the end of the year. So obviously, it's January, like that's just what people do, right? So we are setting our business up to see what we want and how we plan to move forward in 2021. Of course, you know, just like last year, it's all unknown at this point in time. Like, you know, we're still working around lots of shutdowns and things like that. So, it's something, you know, that we have to do. So I don't have a whole lot. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. I had an amazing holiday. It was great. I loved the time off. I appreciate you guys all being kind enough to let most of us take the time off. We were closed quite a bit off and on over the holiday. We just all needed a little bit of R&R for the time. So thank you guys for being understanding. But that means that we are now back and ready to go. So this may seem too early, but trust me, it is not. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and we are working on our Valentine menu, which is kind of funny because I mentioned it in December. But like, I've been hounding my mom, like, Mom, seriously. So like, we have been Valentine's Day figuring out fools. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's literally what we've been doing. And so we have created our menu for Valentine's Day. We are going to have our chocolate covered strawberries back. They'll come in a cute little box, and they'll have like paper and stuff like that. I'm talking with a few other local businesses. I have a few people who want to help you guys build amazing Valentine's Day boxes. So if you're going to get one of our products, we may be able to offer in the future some cute little cards and things like that. So keep coming back and checking out about that. It is in the very beginning stages on that one. I'm trying to work out the rest of those details. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we will have more information on that. But for now, we are going to have our chocolate covered strawberries that you can get. We are going to have, so we sell petite pies. Petite pies are like little bite-sized pies. They're amazing. I love them. I'm not gonna lie, cooking a cream pie, I didn't know, is my favorite. So we have these cute little 2-inch pies. They are petite pies. For Valentine's Day, we are going to offer pies for 2. Yeah, so you can get a little pie, not a petite pie, but a miniature pie for 2 for you and your loved one to share together. We're going to have cute little strawberry and cherry pies that we'll be offering for Valentine's Day. So they won't be a large 9-inch pie, and they're going to be a 5-inch pie. So they're going to be a little miniature, but they're not as tiny as our little petite bite-sized ones, which I love. We're also going to offer some Valentine's Day cookies because, like, what's Valentine's Day without some little heart-shaped cookies? So we're going to that for you guys. And then, of course, some more delicious candies. We are all about making some of those traditional candies that you have made with your family over the years, especially now that we're not all getting together all the time to do those kind of things. So, again, for Valentine's Day, we thought we'd offer you guys some more of those handmade candies. The other thing, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in December, but since I've had 2 weeks off, I have no idea anymore. I have started a book club for other business owners. Of course, if you're not a business owner, I don't care. You can join our book club. I will never tell you no. Just know that they are business books. So if you're not interested in reading business books, my book club might not be for you. But if you are interested in it, I would love for you to join my book club that we started. So it started out, I'm having my mom and my sister read books with me, and I'm like, we're going to get together and talk about them. So if we're going to get together and we're already remote because I'm in Florida and they're not, we're going to have to do it over Zoom. And I was like, so then why don't we just ask if other people want to join us. So we've had a couple of other people join us for our book clubs. I'm really excited. Hey, our first meeting is at the end of the month. So each month you'll read a book, and then we'll meet on Zoom and we'll talk about the book and talk about what we learned and how we're going to apply it to our businesses and things like that. Again, I've told you before, totally a nerd when it comes to those things. Yes, I am. And I am super excited. It is my baby. Yay. So it's called the Fierce Female Book Club. So if you're a man, it's not really meant for you. I mean, I guess I could talk to you about joining it if you wanted to, but it's really meant for female entrepreneurs who want a safe space to be able to talk and grow their business. And so that is what we are here to. This month, we are reading Clockwork. So I talked about my 5 books I read last year. So weird because it was just a couple days ago, but whatever. And one of them was Profit First. And so we picked up another book by the author, Mike. I think his last name is Michalowicz. I think that's how he pronounces it. By the way, if you're going to read his books, I suggest you listen to the audiobooks. He does an amazing job with his audiobooks. I like his book too. Don't get me wrong. I'm reading Clockwork. My mom's listening to it. And we listened to Profit First, and I loved listening to it. But I don't mind reading it too because he writes like he talks. So I'm cool with that. So it's Clockwork by Mike Michalowicz. I'm pretty sure that's how he pronounces his last name. That is the book we're reading this month. And we'll be doing a Zoom meeting at the end of this month to kind of talk about it. I've been saving my favorite quotes from the book. I found this really cool thing. So if you go into the Kindle app, because that's what I'm reading it on, and you like highlight a quote, I was trying to first of all, I'm an idiot. There is a copy spot. I just didn't know that that's what this little papery thing meant. So I hit this one button to see what happens. I highlight this quote. I hit this one button, and all of a sudden it creates this pretty quotable image for me. And I'm like, well, hot dang, that just saved me all of this time. I'm like, thank you, Kindle. So now I've been going through and highlighting my quotes, and now I can create this pretty image right there in the Kindle app. And I've been saving those so that I can share them with the group. I know, total nerd. I know. But I did also figure out how to copy it and paste it elsewhere because he mentioned a book resource in there, and I was like, oh, I want to check out that book. And I was like, oh, it's such a pain in the butt. No joke. Literally, this is what I was doing. And then I get out of the app and I go in and I type part of it in my notepad, and they'd be like, I don't remember what it said. And then I go back into it and I'm like, there has got to be a better way. And I'm all about finding the better way. It just takes me a while to get there. So I got there. So if you didn't know that trick, it is totally there. I was really excited about that. Okay, I'll stop talking about that. I'm super excited about my book club. I also got a really big jump on my book, and so now I'm almost done. So we will see. I might have to find something else to read in between. All right, so the other thing that I have been scrambling to do, I know I was supposed to take off for 2 weeks, right? So the other thing that I've been scrambling to get done before the end of the year is that I have joined a newsletter in St. Louis. Yes, I'm really excited about that. So I have been working with some other female entrepreneurs in the area, and we have been putting a newsletter together. It's called the Greater Good STL. And in there, we talk about our businesses, but we also share tips with you on just growing yourself personally. So we have some things about right now. We have our section, which is about baking and pastries, obviously. We have a realtor in there, and she's talking about the way you buy houses and list houses, and she's been talking about how she's going to add some things about how to stage your home and things like that. So if you've never bought a house, or you're interested in what the buying process is like, or listing your house, any of those things, she's a great resource. Her name is Rachel. She's in the newsletter. And then we have Angela, and she is talking to you about restoration and cleaning and safety, and she's just got a lot of information in there for you. And then Stacy has a lot about being healthy and loving your body and finding the right styles and things like that for you. So that's right now what's in the newsletter. And we've had a couple other businesses oh yeah, I just couldn't meet the deadline by the end of this year, because of the holidays. But I want to get in that soon. So we're hoping to add some travel planning and some financial planning. So it's going to be a great resource for anybody who just wants to cultivate their own personal well-being and learn more about just being an adult. Hashtag adulting. Yeah. So that's what it's really there for. So it's called the Greater Good STL. I did drop a link in the description if you're interested in checking it out. I also dropped a link into the Facebook group for my book club. I don't know why I didn't mention that. Whatever. So as usual, like I said, we've been working on our goals and stuff like that, and that means that we've got a lot of ideas and a lot of things that we are working on in the horizon. They're just in their infancy stages, so I cannot announce them right now, but we're really excited to be heading into 2021 with our ideas and with our plans and seeing where we go. One of the things we're going to be working on is more keto products. Our keto line has really been taking off. People love it. Thank you guys for all of that. With that being said, we actually had some customers from Kansas City who were like, they had our cookies and then we weren't open. And then they had some other place and they were like, oh, that wasn't very good. Can we buy more before we leave to go out of town? And we're like, well, we're closed. And they're like, is there anything you guys can do? So my mom was super kind and met them on our day off so that she could sell them some cookies because they just absolutely loved the keto cookies. And then they were like, can you ship them to us? So unfortunately right now we aren't shipping anything, but that is something we have now put back on our list to get going again. Hopefully sometime in 2001 so that we can start shipping products again. So we're really looking at that. But with that, we also started working more on some new keto products and some of them that we can carry in the stores. So we're working on expanding our keto line. It's always a bummer that I don't get to taste them right away because I love being the taste tester for the keto line. So I'm a little jelly that gets to be my sister and my mom, but I'm looking forward to finding out what we've got in store. I mean, obviously I know what we got in store, but I'm excited to announce them once I can. So yeah, like I said, we're going to definitely be working on getting that shipping going again this upcoming year. And one of the products that we have been talking about shipping a lot is our cookie dough. And so like the keto cookies themselves won't ship very well. We got to work on that because they're a little more delicate. Obviously it's an alternative flour. If you guys know anything about baking, which hopefully you've watched and learned enough about it from me, they make it a little more delicate, so that makes them a little finicky. So we got to work on shipping them. So right now we're talking about shipping the cookie dough itself, and then you can bake you some keto cookies at home. And shipping cookies and cookie dough kind of led me to this idea. I picked this idea up last year and we didn't really get to go forward with it, and so I'm hoping that we can get this going this year. We want to help you guys with cookie dough fundraisers. Any of you guys who have tasted our cookie dough know that we have really amazing cookie and one of our best-selling cookies, oddly enough, is our peanut butter cookies. Like, we seriously have a guy who drives across town just to get them. If any of you guys have gone into Villainous Grounds and had them, you know they are absolutely delicious. We've had lots of people be like, oh my goodness, I love these cookies. So we have some different cookies like that. We've got keto cookies and peanut butter cookies, and then we have your traditional cookies too. And so we are going to work with local companies. That's not really the right word. Local schools, local like sports clubs and things like that. Obviously when things get rolling again, to do cookie dough fundraisers. So if you're trying to figure out a way to raise money, say my kid is in sports, so I know that we have to raise money all the time, definitely hit me up and talk to me and we can work out something so that we can do a cookie fundraiser with you to sell cookie dough. Definitely something that is what we were looking to move into, and we obviously couldn't do that when things were still just shut down. And obviously things are still shut down, but we're hoping to really get that going. I know that places are opening up more, people are doing more things in some places and some places not. So if you're in need of a cookie dough, because we can do a cookie dough fundraiser virtually, it obviously doesn't have to be like, you don't have to go door to door or anything like that. And then we could just work out how we would do the delivery process so that we can do a contactless delivery, not contact delivery, that would be bad, right? Contactless delivery. It just isn't going to involve shipping at this time. We are just not doing any kind of shipping yet. So that's where we are with that. Cookie dough fundraisers. Yes, that was really what I wanted to talk about because I love that idea. And my book club. Yes. All right, you guys. I am so glad that I got to hop back on here and see all of you guys. Well, I don't really get to see you guys, but I imagine you guys on the other end of this phone. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just see you guys watching me and laughing at me and hearting all those hearts. Send me more hearts, guys. Yes. So thank you guys for hopping on. If you are watching me live, then you really should be following us on Facebook if you haven't already. So please do so. We are also on other social media. Yes. Facebook is the only one that we are at Perfectly Pastry Bakery. I know. It's a thing. It's always going to be a thing. And now I can't even change it because I talk about it all the time. On our other social media, we are just at Perfectly Pastry. Doesn't that make more sense? Yeah, so Facebook is the only one that's at Perfectly Pastry. Everywhere else, we are at Perfectly Pastry. We would love for you to hop on some of our other social media and say hello to us. When you guys message us and things like that, it's kind of funny because it's all of us that you guys are talking to, just so you know. Like, my sister will sometimes be like, I don't know if I should say that. What if they think this and that? And I'm like, they don't know if they're talking to you or talking to me. So I would laugh if one of you guys could, those of you who know us, and you message us and you're like, oh, I know who I'm talking to. That would be really funny. Be like, are you so-and-so? Yeah. Anyways, that was totally off subject. All right, you guys, I'm going to hop off of here. I got to get my kids back into school like they were supposed to be. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you guys again back here next Wednesday. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye.